Hello and welcome back to TCL Week 4, Day 2. Tonight we have Team Droid versus Team Solo Mid from I'll Take Mid, the captain, who is playing mid lane. We're having a great time tonight. Joa, how are you
I
doing?
return. I'm doing swell, man. Thanks for having me. Glad to be back and really excited for these games tonight.
Now, Team Droid here, as we just saw, is sitting at a nice and fine 0-3. Team Solo Mid here is 1-2. Now they did lose on that technicality forfeit, so who knows what would have happened last week. What's your expectation for what we're going to see tonight?
I'm expecting a wild series. I think these two teams are very close in skill level. I think they've both faced a lot of hurdles that they've had to jump over to, I guess, kind of find their way in this tournament. And tonight we'll see who has spent more time, I think, overcoming them. So I know that the role swap on Solo Mid's team has been pretty successful, I think, in the games of theirs that I've seen. Admittedly, last week was not great for them because of the DC issue, but
it was there was specifically one game where Caridian, I believe he took a fat stomp on top of Bloodbath and Beyond with the Gangplank top. That was correct, right? That was Caridian versus
that's how I remember
the first
it.
time top laner.
Yeah, first week, and now he's had like 3 weeks to play top lane. So if he continues to progress with that skill, he'll be playing for SKT next year.
Practice last week that I think he wanted. So this is still pretty fresh for these guys. Sunny, as you're well aware, has the catalyst for her joining the league. Not as much of a jungler as she is an AD player, so she's learning the new role. Caridian's floundering around top lane, throwing himself on mechanical champs that he can't actually play. And then the Fiora ban. That is the one champ he can actually play.
Yeah, his Fiora is nice. I have seen in his match history that he's been putting in maybe not a ton of games on the same champion, but many games in general on a pretty wide array of top lane characters. I've seen him play like Malphite, Azir, which he insists is a top laner.
I was going to say, that one particular night, how many times did you see him play Azir top lane in our
like every game. Like every game that he was allowed to legally.
Urgot man coming out against Sir Stu. Sir Stu did show that he wants to play that. I think you try to put Sir Stu on. Now, he's been playing tanks, by the way. Like, if you look at his OPGG, he was playing, like, Urgot and Mordekaiser and all that kind of stuff. And then I think someone realized that, hey, maybe as the lowest ranked guy on your team, play something that has a little bit of utility. And so
bit of utility. Turns out CC is really strong.
I don't believe you.
Who knew?
I don't believe you. I think Shaco jungle... let's see, Zed mid, Yasuo top, and then like Kaisa.
Yeah,
Brand
I think
bottom.
we saw a team comp that was kind of like that recently from an up and coming team, and they didn't make it work.
Yeah, we saw the Wind Brothers.
The Wind Bros.
Yeah,
wow.
Hey, I blame this. I blame the dog top laner.
The dog. Wow, exactly. I'm sure I didn't help. Either. But Caitlyn, as it stands, has been left open and immediately picked. We've kind of come to expect such a thing.
Yeah, everybody, sound the alarm. Caitlyn was first picked in a TCL game.
Yeah.
This is some brand. We don't know how to handle this.
We don't know what we're doing. Yeah, Ashe is turns out a pretty great solution, and I think that's what they wanted, because I feel like they've identified Dark DD Link can have success on some of these higher utility picks. And I think getting Ashe, who is already a great answer to Caitlyn, is really doing exactly what they want to do with their comp. And they're getting the Sejuani, which I know Sunny has played a lot of.
The Leona was not left open, most notably.
For Bush.
Yeah, well, the Nautilus was taken off by Droid, which I thought was pretty interesting. I don't feel like... So you don't actually have to pick the Ashe immediately after the Caitlyn. You can wait a little while. I think they banned the Nautilus because they were concerned that Droid was going to play it, but all you have to do is first pick on red side the Nautilus and Sejuani, and then you're guaranteed to get the Ashe as your third pick because the ADC was already picked.
Exactly. I agree. They should have picked the Ashe up before the second ban rotation, but... Ooh.
The Cho'Gath, we saw Cho'Gath from Sir Stu. He's the only one who plays it in like the entirety of TCL.
Really?
Yeah, he is, and he played it with decent success, if I recall. I mean, I guess he sits there and he farms our stacks and he gets huge and becomes kind of like a semi-mega tank towards the end of the game, and that's kind of what their team needs out of him. They don't need the crazy, the crazy carry.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's there to dish out some sustained damage and provide utility for the team. There you go.
That is so okay. So I'll take mid. He's a great Echo player. They are prioritizing that Echo. What I will say is they haven't picked support yet. And
True.
so I feel like if you ban, so I will admit I have not gone and done the OPGG research on Bush League this week. I was pretty sure he could only play like 3 champions, and so all 3 of those champions are now off the table. Oh, I guess the Zyra's not. I assume the Zyra will be banned.
Zyra. Yeah. Yeah, and I think worst case scenario, he'll end up on something like a Nami, which is actually a pretty annoying lane. Ashe Nami. Ugh. That's a no for me, dog.
That is a no for me, dog. But they, so team, I'll take mid here, and I don't know who's calling the pick ban, but they allowed the Kate Morgana, which is pretty much like exclusively the only thing you have to not allow to happen in
that's a bit of a no-no.
TCL game. So yeah, I mean I don't know, maybe they feel like they've got the counter to it. I don't know if it's gonna come out of the bottom.
Well, we banned the dung. We are getting the AI box mid lane, I believe, right? I think they role swapped to have Music X play AD carry. Is that true?
That is true. In fact, you know what's funny is I actually didn't check the roster submission on that.
Well,
yeah,
is that legal?
No, it's legal. It's legal. He
Okay.
called it out yesterday. Yep. He called it out yesterday. Okay, so I've been saying they need to do this for a long time. The problem with the way that things have been going, like the mid lane pool in this league is really, really, really strong, and so Music X is not able to make much happen just comparably in the mid lane. And so right now you've got Surstu, who's a relatively just new player. You've got him top lane. You've got Music X, who isn't really able to make stuff happen against these like diamond mid laners mid lane.
Right.
And then their bot lane's their only strong lane, and like, you know, Box and Droid, solid players, but like if the rest of your map is exploding, then it doesn't matter how strong you are bot lane. You can't do anything. So I was actually calling for them to do this role swap a long time ago, and I'm really happy they finally do it. It took them 3 losses to do it. I'm gonna say they win at least this first game here.
Yeah, definitely expected the Malzahar pick here. AI Box, a huge fan of Malzahar duty. Seems to like it even. I was hoping he would bust out the kind of spicy Corki, but we'll see.
Well,
I guess Malzahar's a safe
weak. Corki's weak. I wanted to see the Cassiopeia personally.
Ooh,
I think it plays well into Echo because the moment, like, his E's choreographed enough that you just drop the W right away, and it prevents him from jumping on you. Cersei with the Shen. Shen was left up through this. Love to see it.
Yeah, Shen made it to the 9th pick of this draft. Pretty wild. That's been a pretty hot pick, pretty contested, not contentious pick.
Is this going to be the Azir top? That is the question of the night.
You know he has to do it to him.
Oh, the Irelia! He's been practicing it. He played it in in-house yesterday. I should have seen this coming because he was on my team in that in-house. Oh man. His Irelia is okay. It's not,
okay.
It's
a resident Irelia player.
as the resident Irelia main that nobody allows me to even have fun and play that champion. It's looking okay.
It's alright.
In a chokeout, hold on. I didn't realize that this was the Shen jungle. That's the Shen jungle. Oh man, he keyed me in on this. He told me he might be picking something a little spicy. This is the Shen jungle. He's making sure to get that strong. Now, I would have assumed he would have been picking it early.
Right. To get
it away from
pick
top
in before
lane.
the ban. Right.
But yeah, I gotta say, Caridian doesn't play tanks. The man needs to carry, and he needs to carry hard.
Yeah, he absolutely does. They have a pretty tanky Sejuani that I think they'll end up with, but I don't think that compares to Cho'Gath and Shen. River Shen, no less. The legendary
This is
River
the official River Shen. We're seeing it for the first time in TCL.
Wow.
The best meme of all time. It is here to play. I am kind of left thinking, like, where is Team Droid's damage? But again, it's one of those things, like, you don't need pop off damage if your team can just like live the entire time and kill them slowly.
Exactly. Yeah, for that really long, delayed, sustained fight.
By the way, also, I just want to call out, I can't wait to watch Caridian on Aurelia against a Shenton, against a Cho'Gath Silence, against Malzahar everything, and against Morgana everything, trying to do anything in this game. I can't wait to watch it.
He's going to have his work cut out for him.
Fun is not something that he's going to be allowed to experience. As, once again, the resident Aurelia main, I know everything about that champion. It ain't going to happen.
It's not going to happen. It could be tough for sure, especially with the spell shield from the Malzahar and all of the things that you were describing already. And honestly, the Shen dodge bubble is so busted. Okay, maybe it's not busted, but it seems very strong, especially in those kind of 2v2 situations in the top lane. If it comes down to Stu and Sword versus Caridian and Sunny,
the early 2v2 where Aurelia gets all 5 of her stacks up and just sits there beating on you, and then not a single one of them actually does any damage. Yeah, that's a fair point.
You hate to see it.
I do too. This mid lane I'm going to be kind of interested in, because sometimes aggro picks can actually do decent into Malzahar. You get that shield down, and then he drops E on you and then runs away, and you just sit there beating on him. So I think I'll take mid is going to have an option here. AI Box also, I don't know if he's played any practice, but he legitimately has been playing ADC for the last 3 weeks. I don't know if he has a single real mid lane practice game. Yeah.
In my experience, he's been a pretty steady and safe player, definitely opting to kind of farm and clear the wave and not die, rather than going in for the big pop-off kill on the Echo under tower or whatever. So I imagine it won't be a highly active lane, and I'm curious to see if I'll take mid will use Echo's strong ability to push and kind of match the Malzahar wave clear to gank other lanes. Or set something up in the jungle to catch Malzahar's tripping.
Who's he going to gank?
That's true. That's true. Morgana, lol.
Who are the assassins gonna kill? That's kind of my question here. If music on the Caitlyn is so far up that he dies, he's fucked up because he's got a Morgana, and Malzahar's Malzahar. His job is just to sit there and push waves and not die because he has a free spell shield. And then you got the hyper tank Cho'Gath and then the Shen. So.
Exactly. Well, those picks are weaker, I think, in the early phase of the game. So maybe if you can find an opportunity before they start scaling up really hard and hit those big power spikes, maybe he can make something happen. But I think that's definitely going to be his job this game, is finding those windows.
So what is your pick? Who's going to win this game? And I'm going to hold you to it after this.
I think the team that gets Sejuani wins every time. Change my mind.
Hey, that's been true for us.
Hey, got him.
Hey. Yeah, all y'all in chat, we're on the same team, and you're going to have to deal with a lot of this tonight. A lot of this, especially upcoming a very special match this Sunday. Team Control versus Team Tilted's in Season 3. Both 3-0 teams. It's going to be a hoot. Come enjoy.
Yeah, someone's
watch Team Control lose.
That first loss. They're looking good, man.
You say someone like you don't know who that is.
Gonna bust out my my highly aggressive jungle picks. Just start inting on Graves or something.
So Jarvan only.
J4 only. Here it comes. No, but in all seriousness, I think the tankier team is probably going to get this. I think Droid is going to get game 1 here.
Okay. All right. Well, that's reasonable. We are in. Oops.
Ooh.
Yeah, we
Do I detect a little spice?
We are detecting a little bit of spice here. We've got right here
Mid.
Team Oh, but they're immediately spotted up by Sir Stu, who randomly, instead of walking through the usual opening right here to watch that, he just kind of randomly walks top lane and catches him out.
Exactly. Sir Stu, the genius.
There's a method to his madness.
As it were. Ooh, more cute. Just barely not hitting Echo there, but he will go back, and it looks like the lanes will start out as normal. Sunny appears to be opting for a red side start, which I love. Have been a huge fan lately of the upper camp starts that you end up kind of down by the Skull Crab first, which is usually less contested in my experience, and then you can
say it's a great way to avoid interaction at the beginning of the game. Exactly.
Which I'm not sure is what she wants. I'm pretty sure Sejuani level 3 could just wreck a Shen level 3, but maybe I'm biased. I'm definitely
we're getting a little bit of talk here in the chat. We got Bush League calling out AI Box, saying, "Why didn't you want to lane against me?"
Wow.
Were you scared?
He's scared, mate.
he is scared. He is scared.
The Shen starts. He started potions as well. That's an interesting pickup. I wonder if he's looking to stay out for kind of an extended period of time there, so he's just not going to back after his first couple of camps. Ooh.
Yeah, well, you often do that if your first clear is so bad that if you end up meeting either at one of those early buffs or, like, worst case in the scuttle, you have enough health where you don't just, like, insta-pop.
Exactly. You can still front a little bit on that fight instead of just dying immediately. Crittian is already standing out in front of those minions, just kind of tempting Sir Stu, just trying to get that damage in, but the passive
I want to see a nice level 2. Oh, and he misses the reset on Q. He can't do anything. This guy's
pretty good Aurelia, but no. I'm
Droid
sure
here
that lane
getting
will
poked in the bottom lane by the Nami. I think he walks up too far. Looks like he might have missed a Q right there. But yeah, that's why you play this Nami, is you play it to just walk up and poke, and you know, you hit that W heal and it automatically gives you the heal back. Droid hits a binding. Music is not able to hit the trap, and they flash in to go on Music X right here. Dark Deity Link flashes on the Ashe, gets the kill. He's following up on the Morgana here, who has to flash away from the bubble. Yeah, fantastic. That was really too far up. Yeah, so did you see what happened there?
It looked very aggressive.
Sunny's going to be in on Box here. Box has to flash out. He loses the spell shield. Nice gank and doesn't really lose anything for it.
Exactly. Oh!
I'll take mid is back in with the flash. He looks at with the return Q. Swordmaster comes in with the flash taunt right there. Helps his mid laner out. Great timing, great execution.
Yeah, it looks like he was one auto from death there, but just going back to the bot lane, it looked like Nami healed up pretty much all of the damage from the Morgana bind, and then Ashe was free to just start blasting on Caitlyn, it looks like. That's what I saw.
Well, Caridian's going to try and run down this Cho'Gath, but Swordmaster's in here, and he's got the dodge. Caridian does not have the Q reset. He's not going to be able to go back on Sir Stu, and I think Swordmaster's just going to be able to run him down. His taunt cooldown is probably still another 8 seconds from now. It's really long early game. Yeah, Caridian's just going to walk out. Wow.
Making great use of the alcove gameplay, dude. Lives to fight another day without giving away a kill. Sunny looking for a gank here, but I think she'll settle for the Krugs. Could they set up a dive, you think, with well,
it might not matter if Droid just gets run down here by Dark Deity Link.
Yeah, I like that he's choosing to play it safe and not go for that kind of aggressive last auto. I would like to see Sunny realize that Becky is there.
Yep. Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes you got to get that farm. Yeah, they could have taken that really easy dive there, but I think they ended up deciding to be safe.
Yeah, the wave wasn't quite far enough out, I guess. Didn't hit the tower, so maybe they were thinking a dive was going to end poorly for them. But forcing the Morgana out of lane is positive in its own way. So.
Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to point out real quick. At that first trade that had all those flashes come out, the Morg binding was hit, and Music was not able to get a trap under it quick enough.
Ooh.
Sunny coming in for the regank right here. She's going to get out of vision. Box has no idea that it's coming. Sunny's going to go in, misses the initial CC. Box is just going to be able to run away.
That is interesting. Wow, he does get the... Wow, what is that move actually called? All I ever call it is Space AIDS, and that's probably not appropriate. So. The E, whatever the
Visions. Malefic Visions.
Wow, okay. Thank you, quick shot. Appreciate that.
You're welcome. Droid is in. He goes for that quick binding. Droid's still level 3. He needs to go pick up some experience, but I do like seeing them try to make some plays. They are going to come, and Boxes rotated down. They're going to try and pick up this quick dragon before anyone's able to show up. Aurelia is coming across mid lane, and they're going to be looking for this fight, but Sunny, just what happened with that back right there, unfortunately, she had to go back at a really, really bad time, and it just freed up that dragon take for them.
Yeah, tanking the 2 tower shots on accident there, and also eating that full Malefic Visions from Malzahar ended up forcing her to back pretty much, so she would have been useless in that fight. And that was a nice play, and recognizing that the jungler was out of position, they could pick up a fight-free dragon, you know, like uncontested.
Uncontested, as it is.
as it was.
Sejuani's coming. Usually from that gank, you try to go over the blast cones, so there's this little bit of time in vision here. Right now, so Music gets the black shield. It doesn't matter. Immediately, Sunny's going to come in and hit that initial CC. Droid tied to get the black shield. With no flash on the Caitlyn, way too far up. Right there. I will say their vision along river is really great, but you know, if the Sejuani's just going to come along through blue buff, it's not going to matter anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You see this all the time where the vision seems to be in place and it's great, but if the vision is so close to where you are, or if you're like pushed up so far that you will die because you can't actually run away fast enough, then it's kind of useless. Like, it just serves as a warning to your death, like 1 second before it happened, instead of saving.
Oh, I'll take mid is back in with the ult. Box is under tower. Box is only level 5, so he has no way to possibly contest that. Ultimately, I'll take mid decides to go out. I thought he maybe could have been able to pressure that. He got the ignite down, but ultimately goes with the safe play. Box does have to stay. He's got a couple of minions pushing into his turret now. This would be a great time for Sunny to show up and gank if she could.
Yeah, absolutely. She has an opportunity to do so.
So it's coming from the bot side. We do see a level 6 from Malzahar. Malzahar is going to try and hit this ult right here. He's going to hit it immediately. They do not properly stack the CC. Mid is out, and he actually picks up the last second kill.
There you go.
Sunny's going to be able to Sunny's going to be able to secure that 2v1.
Very nice.
You know,
2 for 1 there.
They did get the 2 for 1. Yeah, they got the 2 for 1 right there. What happened with AI Box and Swordmaster is they hit their CC at literally the same exact time.
Right. No stack, unfortunately.
Apologize. We missed the kill here. Music X is going to go in. That would have been a binding there. Music flashes in for that second kill, and they get the double kill bot lane. Meanwhile, the Sejuani is up top. You know, kills don't matter if you can go and get the Herald, because wow, she's uncomfortably low taking it.
Yeah, I thought Aurelia was going to help with it, but I guess they decided with the other 2 dead, she was going to be able to solo it, although it did get fairly close. I'm wondering where they're going to end up using that. It would be nice, I think, to get the mid lane down, just to make Malzahar, who has no gap closers and his flash, you know, it's like a 5-minute cooldown, much less comfortable, and also allow freeing up Echo, I guess, to go push other lanes.
By the way, Sir Stu, for the most part, is staying. He's not dying to this Aurelia, which, like, Aurelia's entire job is just to solo kill all the time. Honestly, good to see him on the late game scaling tank against Aurelia, whose job it is to kill you in lane. And by the way, Swordmaster is coming up. There's an unwarded bush. This Aurelia has no idea he's there, and she's actually going to stay in. Going to get hit with the Cho'Gath Q. She double hits the ult, and she's going to be looking for a reset and stun her. And Cho'Gath just walks up and immediately gets the nom nom nom. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, the damage reduction on the Aurelia W doesn't matter if you just eat them.
Absolutely true. They talk about his one taps, man. That was huge. The flash munch.
The flash
and she's
munch,
out of there.
Baby. Yeah, he does get that flash munch. You got the trade coming in mid. Now I'll take mid is up 1 level, and so he's by default kind of going to win a lot of these trades here. I wouldn't be surprised if he's looking for a solo kill at some point soon. His ignite is back up.
I would say it went fairly evenly, all told, considering he seems like he should be up damage-wise. But yeah, he's definitely putting the pressure on it. AI Box here.
We have the Sejuani come down immediately, hits the ult on Droid, who's now able to get a black shield off on anybody before that hits. The reflexes don't work with the Shen ult. The Shen jungle. He's going to be able to make it, but at what cost? He goes in and he gets Dark Deity Link. He gets the kill, and I don't think he has taunt anymore. I don't think he's going to be able to... Oh, he does have taunt. Okay, he added that last second there. Yeah, I mean, good follow-up from the Shen. The Shen seems to be doing really well. I would have liked to see better reflexes on Droid right there from just missing that black shield.
Sure, yeah. I didn't see if the black shield was late or not, or if they somehow burnt through it with magic damage or something, but we see Swordmaster's elected to stay for no reason, and he just gives another kill in addition to the tower toward bot lane.
Swordmaster? Lag?
Oh, just Sejuani. Lag, by the way?
Brain lag?
Did you know Sejuani is actually the boar's name?
I didn't know that. Tell me
more. Look at her go, though. She's 4-0-1. Looks like they might be able to grab this dragon in a second, but bottom's almost dead. She's doing great. She's having an excellent game right now. Love to see it.
Yeah, Box is just kind of burning down this Echo. Now he is 20 CS down. Oh, by the way, we might see an Assault here on this Caitlyn, who's way too far up. You should never, ever, as an ADC, be that far up by yourself when your support is in another lane. They immediately get the kill. And by the way, yeah, they didn't even... The Assault wasn't up yet. It is just now coming up. So
little flambe coming out of the out of the Sejuani there. I don't know if anyone caught the little crying bee. So sad. But they are going to get this tower, which has exactly 1 HP. Just kidding.
Oh, you could have gone up and gotten that. I mean, you're...
Wow. Imagine having a ranged auto attack and then shooting it.
I don't believe you. I don't know anything about that because I don't play that position anymore.
Wait, that's illegal? Yeah, looks like that was relatively free, except Sejuani, I believe, flashed on what looked like a misclick in that last fight, and now they're going to be
Bush goes for the ult just so they can secure... Dark DD Link is going to stay. Yeah, he decides to get out. They get that tower gold. That is the first tower, by the way, so they get the extra gold, and that's going to go exclusively in the bot lane. Good play from the bot lane here.
Yeah, very nice.
Team solo mid.
Yeah, looks like he's finished up his IE as well, so he'll be in a nice position for this dragon fight should it emerge. Man, both sides pretty fed, but we are seeing what is it, like a 3,500 gold lead in favor of Team Solo Mid here. So this fight might be a little rough for them, considering there's like a full item advantage in gold.
Look at all these wards in the dragon pit. What do you think they're planning on doing next?
Obviously, no one cares about dragon anymore.
Well, here's the good news. Box has hit his item difference here. Oh, the Shen goes in 1v3 into the middle of the pit. Gonna get Ash ulted. I don't know what the miscommunication here. Box is back in, goes for the ult. Immediately he's gonna get stunned up by I'll Take Mid on the top side, and he's gonna burn down. I'll Take Mid's gonna go after him. Yeah, that was a miscommunication there from Team Droid. I have no idea what Swordmaster was thinking, or if they thought there were less people in the pit. Music X is way too far up. He's completely unsupported. I don't know if he got the black shield. I didn't see it come out from Droid. Maybe Droid was out of range. No, the black shield's here, so he did not get the black shield on Music. But Music is 2v4, and he walks up to the dragon pit. I don't really know what he was thinking. I'll Take Mid has the ult to get back, and he's actually going to pick up that kill.
You know he had to do it to him, dude. Wow, just making great use of the Echo ult there to chase everybody down after his team secured the dragon, and he is well positioned in this game to kind of take over now. Like, he just got a lot of gold and some stacks, boots too.
If I'm gonna give Team Droid the benefit of the doubt here, I'm gonna say that they need a shot caller. If I'm not gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, I'm gonna say they need a better shot caller. Because those two teams were not there. No one on the team knew what they were doing, knew what the call was. Shen goes over the wall by himself with no one in range. He immediately gets stunned up by the Ash arrow. And then, you know, at the end of the fight, the bot lane just walks up 2v4 as if the Caitlyn Morgana can do anything against 4 people. I don't know what they were thinking was their plan there.
Right. I feel like it has to be some kind of communication breakdown, like you're insinuating. Perhaps he thought it was a lot closer.
Echo damage.
Look at the damage, dude. Disgusting. He's just going to hide behind that tower now. But is that going to be enough? Okay, it's enough.
It's not, but Aurelia is in. He goes for the ult. He's dashing through minions here. Yeah, he's not able to find Droid, but that was regardless of the black shield. He found that before Droid was able to show up.
Yeah, he decided he was done letting everyone else get the kills this game, so he was making that 1v2 happen, and now they have swapped, and we have another Rift Herald secured. This gold lead is about to explode.
Yeah,
if it hasn't already.
This mid is really going to open up the map. And Cho'Gath is top, and he's farming okay. He actually has the most farm on the team, but he hasn't shown up to a single fight. He still has TP up currently as his team is losing mid tower. He's farming top, and meanwhile, the Aurelia is actually going to the next tower. Right here, I'll take mid. The Ash ult's in on AI box. He immediately blows him up. Swordmaster on the Shen is able to get out, and the Echo gets out with the ult, but a really good play with the Ash ult, the Echo flanking from behind, and that Sejuani ult to kind of stun them all up. Swordmaster's really low. Echo's going to be able to go in. I don't know if he can finish it off with it. He's able to finish it off after that dodge wears off. This Echo is really freaking terrifying and strong.
He's enormous.
So yes, now Sir Stu. Yeah, now Sir Stu shows up. Yeah, he shows up with the teleport right to the tower. He doesn't even go for a flank. I don't even know if they have a flank ward. Not a great TP, but just a quick note to any Cho'Gath players. Either go Grasp as your rune, or if you're going to do kind of what the meta thing is here, where you take the, you go with the, what's it called? Glacial. If your plan is to build this first item, Righteous Glory, just take the Glacial, because that actually amps up your slow from the Glacial, and it works with that item anyway. The Aftershock's not going to get you anywhere, and at some point you want to be able as a Cho'Gath to run down the enemy team and prevent them from kind of, I don't know, doing anything.
Abarn, I'd prefer if you didn't spread toxic strats like that, please.
True. I don't want that played against me. But we already played that team, and he's the only person who played Cho'Gath, so we're good.
So we're good. Fantastic. Yeah, and we're seeing it now. 6, almost 7k gold lead coming out for I'll take mid here. Everyone is huge. Look at this Sejuani.
Dark Deity Link is way too far up. Yeah, Cho'Gath is just going to nom this. This is free kill. And a shutdown to the Cho'Gath, who has a possibility of just becoming absolutely giga gigantic.
Giga thick. Yeah, he's stacking for sure. He's getting that HP. I'm sorry, I didn't realize Roa wasn't like the hot thing to do on Cho'Gath. I haven't seen this character played in the top lane since like 2005 or whatever year League of Legends started. Full tank, huh? Okay. How sad.
Meanwhile, the Irelia with almost 10 CS a minute is just parking yourself in the side lanes. Getting this farm going. She is caught a little far up here. I don't know if Droid... Droid doesn't actually have his movies yet, so he can't quickly show up and find that binding.
Exactly.
We do have the dragon coming up. I have shown timers here. The dragon will be up in 10 seconds. Right now, as Team Solo Mid is getting the vision control, they've sort of built their line of vision here. Right now, and look at the positioning where the Irelia is. Like, you basically can come in from one direction, which is this bush at this point. Dark Deity Link definitely has to show up on this Ashe because he's actually a little far behind. But look at this, Gradient's here on the flank. Box has the ability to ult him, but that's all he can do. Look at this great position. Gradient, he's gonna go in. Yeah, he does immediately get ulted, but the AI Box isn't actually able to do any damage to him. Meanwhile, Cho'Gath is just being a mega tank. Dark Deity Link is just running everybody down with this Ashe damage. Yeah, well, the Mega Tank was a Mega Tank, but it didn't matter at the end of
it. Yeah, that was just far too much of every stat in the game all at the same time. Too much HP, too much damage, too much CC.
Attack speed. Yeah. All in his face at once. There's nothing you can do by the end of that.
Yeah. And item advantage as well is just enormous right now.
Now, wow, I still have hope out. I called that we were going to see a Team Droid win here, and I think it can still happen, but they need to really seriously find the pick on the right person to make it happen at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say outside of the I'll take mid Echo pop-off, I think most of these fights have been pretty close together and honestly could have gone either way. So I think it was just a couple of those going in favor of I'll take mid in the early game, and that really just tipped the scales, and now we're seeing that exponential growth here between the teams, or between the advantage that they lead and the other team's stats.
Curious what Swordmaster's trying to do here. I would have expected this would be a great time to go and try to find this mid turret while they're resetting. That's typically your best time to try and do it. Now Sword actually does not have the Shen ult, and so yeah, I don't really know. I think Kate showing up there, Sword showing up there, and them 5-manning that while Red Team was basing and resetting would have been their call there. I'll take mid's going to keep going in. He finds Droid. Droid has to flash out. He is over the wall. Cho'Gath is completely caught out. 1v5, just completely out of position. They find the CC on him. I'll take mid is just running everybody down. He's not scared of everybody. He gets Malzahar ulted. He's going to be able to ult back out. Immediately the Malzahar dies. Swordmaster flashes out on the Shen. Sword's going to die after the Zanyas, and Swordmaster is just going to slowly move out. This Echo is absolutely freaking terrifying. Is he going to be able to find this last kill here to finish this up? Wait, he's going to get solo killed. Okay. A lag.
Plus
lag.
1,000 for the Shen. Easy clap.
Plus 1,000 for the Shen. And all he had to do was stand under tower. Yeah, they're not going to be able to push this. This would be a great time. Honestly, this would be a great time to go take the Baron. You have your Ashe. Interesting Ashe build. You actually literally just never see this on Ashe ever. So I don't know if he's just... I don't know if he's like theory crafting or he just doesn't know how to build the champion, but you would typically go for the Bork first. You're against a Shen and a Cho'Gath. You need to be able to buy that Bork to actually go through that tankiness. But yeah, so yeah, the lack of the Bork is also going to make it a little bit harder for you to DPS down that Baron in the early game. So yeah, is what it is, but he's scaling, boys.
Absolutely, yeah, and they're moving across the map with such confidence. They know that they can win these fights, so they're doing everything they can to find them and take them. And I really like to see that they have their lead and they're making use of it. And I think that's a great way for them to win the game, which obviously is what's happening right now.
Yeah, it's getting pretty close. We've got a 9K gold lead here. And this Echo, like literally in team fights, no one's actually capable of stopping, so he's just like diving into 5 people on the enemy team.
Right, he's like, what are you going to do about it? Dude's got all gas, no brakes.
All gas, no brakes. Isn't that, I mean, that's what I would do, shit. That's, interestingly, instead of helping his team, potentially on the Baron, if you're Team Droid here, you need to take this engage, because the Echo's in the bot lane, he doesn't have a TP. I hope we can see something. Yeah, Swordmaster doesn't have the taunt flash, and they're just able to walk away. Echo's in a really weird position, and frankly, you need to start Baron right now as Team Droid. You need to either send someone back or start Baron, but what they're doing right now, where they're just kind of standing around, it ain't it.
That ain't it, Chief. Yeah.
They also have 2 teleports, so they can send one person back to wave clear, then TP in. I mean, there's a bunch of options, but none of them are the one that they chose.
Yeah, now it looks like that just makes a free Baron for I'll Take Mid's team here, because we have 3 members of Droid's team in the bot lane.
Swordmaster does walk in. He does have him caught. They didn't have any. They didn't actually have any vision on him on that. I think they just kind of suspected it would be happening.
Right, and Red Team's vision also is not that amazing at this point in the game. So I think they saw the one person there. They saw the Shen, maybe the not, or I'm sorry, the Morg, and they figured they had to leave. So definitely choosing the safer option, which I can agree with. You know, they have a big lead. There's no need to give them like a bunch of shutdowns and a Baron based on a bad call like that. So looks like they're gonna just push a little bit more, reset, and probably grab this dragon.
So our dragon is coming up here in 20 seconds. This is the 3rd dragon here from Team I'll Take Mid. It is not sold, so you still have a chance to take it, to give it up. That being said, the bot lane decided that instead of going for dragon, they're going to go get that top turret. So right now, in theory, Droid's team did have... This is interesting, by the way. The anti-synergy right here. The Cho'Gath, the Caitlyn was literally farming bot lane, and the Cho'Gath walked up to farm the wave before it could get to the Caitlyn. So that's some anti-team synergy. And as a result of that, neither of them are going to make it here in time. Swordmaster's going to go for the hero steal. Can get it.
We have the Cho'Gath. Yes.
Cho'Gath is going to get it. He's just going to die. But Zerstu is actually in on this, surprisingly. Yeah, he's going to get Mega CC. There's literally nothing he can do about that.
I mean, he did a lot of damage considering he used his ult on the dragon.
Yeah, well, the Cho'Gath gets the steal. I mean, that was a good play.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got nothing bad to say about that. He goes in, he gets Mega CC'd. Now, unfortunately, this means they're going to have to give up Baron. So I guess I would have wished that one of them decided what they were going to do there, because that just does give up a free Baron.
I agree. I definitely would prefer to see just one of them go in, such as the one who can do 1,000 burst damage to it.
And by the way, the Echo here gives no hex.
Yeah, completely flexing.
Completely flexing, and there's nothing.
Spam that mastery, lad. You've earned it.
Alright, they're going to pick up the free Baron. Both the Shen and the Cho'Gath go in on the dragon and try and steal it. They get it, and they give up a Baron for it. And by the way, that was only going to be 3rd dragon, so not entirely sure if it was worth. What would have been a lot better is if the team could have shown up before any of that dragon happened in the first place.
Right, exactly. Yeah, we're definitely seeing the kind of positional advantages come out around these dragon fights. It's like one team has decided to get a dragon like 15 to 20 seconds earlier, which seems like a lot of time wasted, but it ends up that they are just so much better positioned for the dragon fight that they can take it for free or actually get 2 kills or something and then Baron off of it because the other team just cannot engage with them, and that's a good play.
It was a good play. They lost the battle and they won the war.
That's right.
That is exactly what happened right there. Okay, so yeah, if you are Team Droid, you are looking to sit here and turtle. Your Caitlyn is 1-8. She doesn't even have her second item. Meanwhile, Link is a full item ahead of her, despite being down 40 CS. Malzahar has 2 items and he's feeling okay. Unfortunately, none of them are the Landries, so he can't actually do that like mega anti-Sejuani damage that he wants to do. Echo's pushing in top lane, and only the Cho'Gath's going to be there to stop him. This is an open inhibitor mid lane. Yeah, I don't know what you do to stop this bleed, but it needs to be something.
Yeah, I'm going to say there's probably very little they could do about it. I think if they could pop Nami and Ashe, maybe they could win the fight that follows, but I don't think they're going to give them that opportunity.
Dark Deity Link just takes 2 turret shots, and the team is still too scared to go on him.
Also,
the Malzahar ult comes in and they blow up the Echo. He goes way too far under tower. Dark Deity Link comes back and finds the immediate kill. Caridian's in with some damage. Sunny Deadeye hits the Sejuani R and goes in for the CC. Both AI Box and Swordmaster have to actually flash out. She's still taking damage at the end of it. Yeah, unfortunately, somehow they're so far ahead. I think they're going to be able to end the game here, despite an utter int from the Echo. Yeah, they don't have the damage. Dark Deity Link is around the bottom side and just goes and finishes that off.
Yeah, absolutely. So you got... it seems like they were doing what they needed to do now, except it was what they needed to do 15 minutes ago. So I think if they had been able to clear out Echo in those earlier fights with the Malzahar ult and just kind of bop him, they would have had more success, but he was so far ahead and his other teammates were also so far ahead that they just couldn't engage with that. So too little, too late.
Safe to say. Let's take a look at this damage graph because
don't hurt him. Don't hurt him.
I don't know if anyone has any guesses of what we'll see here. I will say that I'll Take Mid had 13,000 gold, and Music X, even with his solid farm, had less than 9,000. So yeah, that was a lot of difference. Let's see what this damage graph looks like.
Neat.
Wow. Wow.
That's a number. Okay. Well, I'll take mid, team solo mid, put him on the carries. He carries.
Put him on
I
the
suppose
carries.
It all checks out. The math checks out.
And he carries. It sure does. Wow. Well, hey, listen, that was an incredible game. Right there, Team Solo Mid kind of came out and honestly smurfed on him, especially with that Echo. That Echo is not going to be up next game. I don't think there's a slight possibility of it. Yeah, what do you think?
I suppose they could take it away, but what do they pass up on instead? Like by banning the Echo, I don't remember all the bans exactly, but what does that let through?
Well, they're going to be, I mean, the thing is, I'll Take Mid's going to be blue side, and so if you
That's true.
give up the Echo, you're probably allowing the Kate or something else that you don't want. So,
indeed.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that might happen right here. I'm not sure exactly what to expect, but wow, that was some pretty incredible gameplay coming out from I'll Take Mid.
Yeah, wonderful game from Team Solo Mid, and honestly, I don't think it was a solo victory at all. 6-0-11 on the Sejuani, Caridian also huge, Dark Deity Link with an excellent stat line, and Bush, the support king. Look at those assists, dude.
Yeah.
If that's not an S+, I don't know what is.
That is an S+. Well, hey, everyone in chat, thank you so much. This is the end of Game 1. We just saw a team I'll Take Mid take down Team Droid in a pretty convincing match. We are going to go on a quick break. It's going to be only about 7 minutes, so we'll catch you back really, really quickly here. See you all soon, and thank you all for tuning in so far. Welcome back, TCL fans. We are here for Game 2 of Team Droid versus Team Solo Mid. Game 1 was an evisceration. Let's not even try to put some crazy analysis to it. That was some good gameplay versus some not good gameplay. We've got this mid lane swap. They need to put more into the AI box basket. They need to put him on a carry champ that he can actually do something on. And they need to go make some like spicy plays and let Swordmaster go have some fun. It ain't happening. It ain't happening the way they're playing it now.
Yeah, I fully agree. I feel like they held on for the first few minutes of the game there, and it was relatively even. And then the game kind of got busted wide open, especially when that Rift Herald went down bot, all but taking the tower. And Sejuani got a bunch of kills, and Echo got a bunch of kills, and it was just bad news bears the rest of the game. So if they could get on something that is not just even early, but I guess advanced or good, then I think they would have a much better chance of winning this game. And Malzahar duty might not be the solution.
No, it's not. I think you put him on a carry. He needs to be able to carry. Music needs to not die 8 times. Droid needs to actually black shield him before the CC hits. A tail as old as time, and they need to go and smurf and not play so scared. Like, don't go out and play it like an in-house, like you're like trying to make crazy plays. Don't try to play it like some. Don't pretend you're a pro player. Just go play the game and go get some kills.
Just smurf, lol. It's that easy.
Well, apparently it isn't that easy. We're not going to see it. Speaking of smurfing, though, I'll take mid. The Diamond player coming out on the Echo and just making continuous plays over and over and over again.
Yeah, he earned that ban for sure. It's not even his most played champion either. I was expecting a pick that was so dominant to be, his like most played, like almost his one trick or whatever. But he's played significantly more games on Nico, so maybe he's just a gamer, dude.
Maybe he's just a gamer. That Nico ban ain't coming in this game. That's my guess here. Right, that's going to turn into an Echo ban almost assuredly. You think they're going to let that back up again?
I don't think they want to feel that on their bodies again.
No,
it was pretty nasty. That is what it's like to chew 5 gun.
It is. That is. Yeah. When Echo hits you with the dank combo and you die for the 8th time.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it feels like to chew 5 gum.
The Varus band comes out. Okay, music's got some games on it, but like it's not Kate or whatever. I guess they're blue side. I don't know. I just really don't think Varus is the thing that's going to take their game to the next level. But I suppose when you can just like pick anything and win the game, the bans aren't that important.
Varus also has like a 47% win rate. He's been nerfed over and over again.
Right.
I know that is music's like most played ADC, but like, come on, it's ADC. You right click the enemy champion, and that's effectively all you do with like a little bit of difference between each of them. The Heimerdinger. They're never going to let the Heimerdinger back in.
Triggered every AD carry player in the chat.
I must not
let's see if we can call this out. This is the Ashe first pick.
I would expect. I mean, I'm pretty sure Ashe is the next best AD carry after the Kate, right? At least in this
they're gonna
pool
get that.
Of players.
I honestly don't agree with them prioritizing. So that's why they banned it last game, is because they like.
Right.
I don't think they put a lot of thought into it. They didn't. I see no reason Droid would first pick Nautilus when things like Kate are up.
Right.
So. Yeah, I don't know if prioritizing that Nautilus pick just because Droid plays it is really that big of a deal. It's not even that strong of a champion right now. Obviously, they're holding on to some of their picks so they can get counter picks, but I think at that point, just get the Ashe, get it away from music.
Right, or even the Sejuani. Like I know Swordmaster can play it, and Sunny had extreme success on it last game, so I really don't think the Nautilus was like their be-all, end-all first pick, but I guess they got it, and now we get to see a Hecarim game.
I don't think we're gonna see the. I don't think we're gonna see the Ashe from Team Droid, or else they would have picked it right there, because there's literally no reason to.
Right.
Like, mid doesn't really play Orianna, so I think they're just trying to get it. But I think you just pick ADC there.
Yeah, I think this is the Ezreal pick, though. This is Link's best champion by a lot. We're going to the next ban phase. I have no idea what I'm talking about. We get the Cinder Block in. No problem.
Yeah, I think he wanted the matchup. He didn't want it to be banned away. Again, I think honestly, if it's got to second rotation, we were going to see an Echo and a Nico ban anyway. There were no mid lane bans from Team Droid here. He doesn't pick the Echo into the Orianna, which is interesting. I think that's a fine matchup. Yeah, okay. Then we see Droid lock in the Zyra as the response. What do we think we're going to see from music here with the Zyra support?
Music with a Zyra support, Varus banned. I have to assume Ezreal and Ashe are both not allowed through this ban phase. So what does that even leave? Like, could he play, I guess, like a Sivir with that? Let me pull him up.
I just want to say, we might actually get to have fun watching ADC, finally for a game, because Ashe and Caitlyn and the Varus are banned. All of, like, the utility picks. Kate isn't a utility, you just pick her to kind of, like, stomp early lane. It's not like she's fun to watch.
This could be the Music X Twitch pick, actually, now that I'm looking at it.
Twitch Zyra sounds like possibly the worst synergistic lane of League of Legends history. That's the only problem with that.
Right, it doesn't sound good. I don't want to use the word good. Oh, I love the GP ban. Crittian's GP is secretly my favorite pick in the TCL.
I know. And he played it one. He literally played it one time, and everyone in TCL decided he was never going to get a chance to play it again.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was an absolute pop off. Dude knows what he's about. Lucian Zyra, okay, pretty aggro lane. Versus Nautilus and.
So the only problem with Lucian Zyra is that Lucian wants CC to allow him to sit there and hit his full combo without getting out of range.
Right.
And so the Zyra doesn't work well with that, but Droid's a great Zyra player. I have not seen Music's Lucian. Lucian is a relatively strong champion here, so I think they're going to be able to find a way to make it work. That all being said, I think right now TSM is putting together an actual team comp.
This comp's disgusting. We're just gonna get the big Hecarim fly in, the Nautilus ult, the Syndra stun, and then Misfortune's just gonna plow that ult off the backline.
He finishes off with the blind pick Irelia.
Wow.
Dude, where's our Azir top?
Where's the Azir top?
I thought we were gonna get our Azir top. I mean, think about it. If you play it into the Surstu Cho'Gath, if that's what Surstu picks again, fine. You sit there and you farm like 11 CS a minute. Just do it. You're gonna be infinitely more useful come mid game than the Irelia.
Oh yeah. Oh, the Maokai, the tree. Yeah.
Okay.
So he has some cool little tricks, I guess, with the ball delivery system. I guess like if you ball him and then use your stupid like twisted advance or whatever it's called to just like slide right into the team, you can do some pretty cute stuff with that. And that's a bit of a wombo. So the Maokai and the Sejuani and the Orianna. And then I guess Lucian and Zyra just have to show up, and then that's like pretty positive. But what do you think of this comp for solo mid team here?
Well, I'm actually going to take it from the other direction.
Okay.
Because I think this game is win or loss depending on how many times Bush League hooks Droid or Music. I think it literally is that, because you've got like usually you've got this Ori Maokai, which is that awesome like late game team fight wombo combo death ball, and the problem is if you pair that up with a scaling bot lane, you actually never get to the point where you can death ball, because all of your lanes just lose. Well, they picked the Lucian and the Zyra, and like those are two incredibly, possibly the most lane dominant champions of their like respective positions. And so if they can just get out of this early game and not die over and over to all of the CC from I'll take mid, I think the Irelia pick was the wrong pick. I think Maokai is going to build an early Bramble Vest and then never take damage from her again. And they just go and deathball it and get kills after kills after kills. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. What I will say is, again, that deathball, it requires a lot of like team coordination, and I'm just going to be honest, we haven't seen that from Team Droid yet.
Right.
Ever.
Precisely. I think that's a fair assessment. That said, I don't know how hard it is to like throw the Sejuani ult, put the ball on somebody, and that guy just like monkeys on forward to like slam into someone you hit R. So I think execution wise, they could do it. I've seen these guys; they're good players. I will also say, by the way, you have
a little bit of missed synergy between the Misfortune and the Syndra
Right.
Hecarim, because Syndra and Hecarim both kind of push it, displace people like in different directions, and so instead of stunning them in place, they're actually pushing them like away from the MF ult. So I'm not sure if that's going to come into play. Like obviously, if you hit a close enough stun as Syndra, it's not going to matter. But yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how that actually turns out.
Definitely. I think my eyes this game are on the Hecarim pick, which I think is a very interesting pick that is kind of volatile. I don't know. Every time I see a Hecarim, I feel like they either go 20-0 and they have like 17 Trinity Forces at 5 minutes, or it's 0-20 and they're going like Cinderhulk or whatever, and they haven't taken a dragon or anything and they don't know how to use their ult, which is, of course, my Hecarim playstyle. So I think it's a bit of a coin flip as to what we're going to see here, and I think that might actually determine the flow of the game, whether or not Hecarim pops off, as it were.
Yeah, I'm interested to see with the Irelia. The thing is, like, Irelia plays really, really well into like the control mage type champs who can't really do a lot to keep her off. She doesn't play extremely well into tanks, because if you can just stay alive long enough to build that Bramble Vest, build the Tabbies, and then come back to lane, she almost like hurts herself more just by standing there attacking you than she does damage to you. It all depends on how Surstu farms early, because if he comes back without that Bramble Vest and without those Ninja Tabi and he doesn't have the farm that he needs for it, Irelia is going to be able to kill him. But like, look what happened last game.
Right. Yeah, with the Cho pick. Ended up being kind of a duel farm.
Sir Stu, or sorry, like, yeah, Sir Stu is like a Silver 4 player, at least in solo queue. Caridian is like a Plat 1 player. And yet, like, Sir Stu, yeah, he went down 20 farm, but he's also a tank against like an early game carry. That's going to happen anyway.
Right.
No matter what.
Kind of to be expected.
Yeah, it's going to happen. I mean, it's going to happen in a Plat 1 versus Plat 1 matchup if the carry plays the lane correctly. And so, yeah, he just kind of sat there and just didn't die, and the game went on. Obviously, he wasn't able to make what happened, and the Irelia made a lot more map plays, and that was one thing that we just frankly need to see more out of Sir Stu, where he actually comes down and helps the team and stops farming by himself. But yeah, he played that lane pretty perfectly, and honestly, for that like skill disparity, he didn't make it look like there was a huge skill disparity.
Yeah, absolutely. I think especially after the tournament, like having seen Sir Stu play like something like 9 or 10 games now or something of that nature, I think he could climb pretty hard this season if he put in the time. I don't know what his like solo queue games look like, or if he's like super into playing 100,000 games of the ladder or whatever in a season, but I think he could do it. I think he could easily reach plat with his play style. And
by the way, this is looking like an invade. This is the classic. Look at Sunny. She didn't, or sorry, Swordmaster didn't actually walk far enough up to get vision. That is a really big misplay by Swordmaster right here. I don't know what he's doing. Droid is just going to get caught. He's going to flash over the wall, but Bush, oh man, Bush could have flashed over that wall. Yeah, Sword is AFK at mid tower. Doesn't get vision. They literally walk through the middle of the lane. All he had to do was walk into the lane to see that happen. That being said, if you can make that happen, it's one of my favorite game paths of all time. If you can make it happen around the vision, where you kind of walk through this bush and kind of skinny it around the wall right here, it's one of the quickest ways to make sure you blow a flash of the enemy bot lane, who's usually there watching.
Essentially for free at that point, and you really like kind of skirt those vision lines to give them a sort of a false sense of security almost, because it's like, oh, there's no way they got through there, but turns out they were like 1 pixel short of being in vision, and then you die and then you lose the game.
Caridian asks in all chat, who flashed? And then AI Box says Misfortune, and Swordmaster says me.
Wait, we got a couple of liars? Is that, where does that land TCL wise?
Yeah, the rulebook? I don't know.
Yeah.
By the way, Aurelia walks in and grabs this blue ward. I don't really know what they're looking for. I guess they're trying to defend against the early invade would be probably the biggest thing. By the way, Sunny Deadeye, who is not, doesn't play all that much, is not the most experienced jungler, coming out with the Hecarim, the carry jungler. I like to see it. I like to see the aggression in that kind of play, and hopefully she can make something of it.
Right, yeah, they played last game with great confidence, and it hugely benefited their play, and I think their mental right now is just extremely strong, and they think they can do anything. So maybe they'll turn that into another win, or maybe it'll be bad and kind of get the best of them and lead to a loss instead. So I suppose we'll see.
Caridian would be a lot better on this Irelia. Like 2 games in a row, we just watched him level 2 get his spike and then miss the E.
Right.
And now he's actually down farm, or down, not down farm, but down HP. He could be going in and getting those like early trades and effectively kills if he would just be able to hit that skill shot. And it's like one of the most important things. Like you have to be able to do that to play Irelia. If you can't hit that skill shot, you just don't play Irelia. So.
Right, it's very integral to her kit and her like lane presence and all of that, which is what the pick is all about. So, not seeing it is kind of concerning. I agree.
Really good ward here from I'll Take Mid. When you know, so something for the people in chat that are watching here, when you know that the jungler started bot side, this is one of the best wards you can place here because it's going to see them almost every way they can come out of their jungle to come gank you. It's very powerful, and it doesn't matter like. If you're a mid laner, don't ward your bush. Your bush doesn't matter. You'd rather see something that's going to be able to tell you they're coming to you from a long way away than like the last second and having to react in case you're not watching the minimap for like a half a second. Swordmaster coming in, really, really great gank pathing. Cinder's up way too far. We're going to see the 2v2. Sunny's here to protect, and yeah, they don't actually want to walk into that because I think Box is saying, yeah, if he's walking up like that, it's because the jungler's there. That's the only reason that would be happening.
Very heads-up decision-making. I appreciate that. Box, always a very level-headed player. It was looking bad, I thought, but especially since Syndra used her QE combo, but turns out they just didn't want it, and they are choosing to not engage with the Hecarim, which is probably wise.
That's for the best, but Sejuani is coming back here on the gank. The ward is expired. I think he's going to be able to find... No, Box is too low. Yeah, he's just saying, I don't want it. Probably for the best, and honestly... I'll take mid here. He's got the electrocute. I don't know if he can find the kill. Sejuani's coming back in. He's coming back in, and he's in a bad space. Oh, and Box is way too far up. Box needed to come back and allow for Swordmaster to come in. Swordmaster's to be able to find the stun. Box has to be really careful here.
Here's the red buff.
He does get the flash. Wow. Oh, Box. Damn.
Wow. I would have liked to see
the solo kill top lane while all of this is going on. He gets him down. He flashes for that final kill, and he kills him with like... Oh boy, 30 HP left on the health bar. Good play.
That's right. That was like 1 auto from death, and he was riding the line there. Let's take a tower shot for free here on accident and die. No, not this time.
That's the nice thing with the Lucian against the... Oh, Sunny's actually coming from behind. He's gone and he's hit the ghost. Yeah, she ghosted for that, but not able to find anything, and a little bit of miscommunication because Bush League's hook was down. He had already used it, and so when Sunny went in, I think she thought that he was going to be able to make some CC happen. But I think Bush League needs to communicate to her at that point and say, no, my hook's actually down, don't come in.
Right, absolutely, and we're seeing kind of the importance of not pushing that lane there when you have a jungler who has no like blink or flash ability or whatever. They really rely on being able to get behind the opponent. So with the lane in the state that it was in, and Lucian having the dash like that, they were pretty much never in any danger there unless Bush hit the money hook. So, which he
possibly had a chance to hit right there, by the way.
Indeed.
Yeah. All this being said, Lucian's getting pressured a little bit, but they are actually even on CS. So good job from both bot laners. I don't think we're going to see anything crazy. That being said, Swordmaster is over the wall. Yep, see Sword. You can tell the jungle experience, he, instead of going around, he just sits here and waits for the blast cone opportunity. They only have a second to react once that happens. They've seen it. He is in on the gank. Droid flashes in, and he hits the immediate Stranglethorns. Immediately, Bush is going to get out, but Sword hits that CC after the flash. They're going to pick up a really nice, really easy kill, and just a really great play. But I'll Take Mid has come all the way down. This is going to be the counter engage. Yeah, he hits it. Sunny Deadeye is in with the Hecarim charge. You know, we saw the late TP from Sir Stu. It's way too late because he can't actually do anything from this. Now Sir Stu's going to lose all of this. Box thinks that he might have a chance to go in. If he has flash, yep, he's going to hit this ult. He's going to get this easy kill. Really nice play from Box, knowing what he's able to do. Wow, they're going to keep going in. Sir Stu goes for the ult and gets Sunny. Sunny has no flash to get out. He gets the immediate Hecarim Arcane Magic.
Sunny's dead.
Yeah, but Caridian has actually TP'd in. He held his TP and is just going to be able to find these kills. He misses the Irelia ult. It doesn't matter because he finds the early stun. Wow, this is how they call it Fiesta. Bush League, this fight started with Bush League. He died, and it's ending with him all the way back. He literally respawned and came back from base, and the fight was still going on.
Yeah, this has been like a whole minute or so of fighting. Very explosive. His mid laner critically hitting 6 before, so they both had a lot to provide in that fight. But it looks like I'll Take Mid's team comes out again in a relatively close skirmish. Well, I mean, not a skirmish, it was a straight-up 5v5 fight, lol.
I am loving this. By the way, Swordmaster's back bot lane. The fight continues in the bot lane. This is what playing ADC feels like, everybody. This is why I quit the role. Yeah, everyone always wants to be in your lane, because you are the easiest to kill. Right here, Link is a little far up. Yeah, they're just going to be able to take this free jungler, or this free dragon, rather. Swordmaster is farming at his wolves. I don't know that they necessarily had the resources to contest it. No, actually, I kind of think they did. I think both teams were kind of even, and they just thought they weren't going to be able to fight it. They're really not down that much. They can take some of these fights and still win them early. So,
yeah, it's still a very even game. I think it's easy to get kind of distraught in situations like this. Like, oh man, Misfortune got 2 kills and they got Dragon. It's GG. But it's actually completely fine. Like that's just like one good fight away from being a winning situation.
I don't know how that happened. I'll Take Mid has Flash still. He walked up to Box. He was standing literally like on the other side of the lane as the minion wave, and Box just dies under tower.
Yeah, I think he was not expecting that much burst, but the double Dorans and double Amp-Tome, that Cinder damage is pretty robust at this point.
Oh, this is the 2v2 coming here, and I gotta say, I'm actually favoring the Sejuani. If the Sejuani can get in quickly, I highly favor. Surstu needs to stay in on this. Yeah, Surstu waited way too long. They're in with the Sejuani ult. They're gonna be able to find the kill. Surstu is tanking, and he's able to flash out. Yeah, and Sunny's not there. Sword is not tanking, so he is able to get out on that. Yeah, I favored that. Caridian was too low. He took a really, really bad trade with the way that minion aggro was set up.
Absolutely. Yeah. Nicely executed dive there. Sunny narrowly escaping with her life, but huge win for the top lane, and you were kind of calling it in the pregame chat. The Aurelia pick, I guess maybe not doing everything that it's supposed to do, but it's 3-1 and 67 CS, so who am I to speak, you know? Well, it was just a bad fight.
I don't know if everyone saw that, but like as a top laner, you need to understand the concept of wave management. And he had a gigantic wave pushing into him, and whenever that happens, the enemy tank top laner is just gonna dive into you and like keep you into that wave, so you tank the whole thing. Oh god, poor Box. He's just getting he's getting abused by these stuns. He can't dodge them. He has no boots, by the way. If you're a mid laner and you want to know how to play against Syndra, you buy early Merc Treads. That is what every single mid laner who knows how to play that matchup plays. Right here, Droid is caught out. Immediately, Bush is going to hit the dredge line. I'll Take Mid is going to hit the perfect CC chain on that, and they just go in and get the easy kill. I don't really know what Droid was trying to do there, what he was trying to accomplish. I think he was looking for, well, I want to say he was looking for some vision here, but he definitely wasn't able to find it. Meanwhile, Music is bot lane by himself. And we're going to see an uncontested dragon from TSM.
They're grabbing the Rift Herald again, which has proven to be quite valuable. I wonder if they're going to take it bottom again to try and get that tower down and then dragon after, or if they'll choose to use it in a different lane, maybe pop to mid tower.
They don't have Vision of Sword here. It almost looks like he's wanting to go for the lane gank. Unfortunately, they can't make anything happen here because 2 of them have to go back and stop this Herald that's mid lane. They're going to be able to finish the tower and just get that huge gold bonus from that.
Yep. That's going to be great for Syndra. Really opens up the map for her to roam around and get those nice picks like we saw onto Droid Zyra a moment ago. So she's kind of unchained now. She can just do whatever she wants, I think. Ooh,
Swordmaster goes in. He misses the ult. And then, oh my god, the Orianna isn't able to actually find the ult on top of it. They need to get out. Look at Sunny Deadeye coming in. She has the smite, she has the ult, she's going to get it on in Box. The moment you mix those skill shot, you need to get the hell out. Meanwhile, bot lane, we've got some kills.
Down comes in.
Yeah, we've got the 2v2 bot lane, and this is all that's left. Music is still up. He was able to find Dark Deity Link on that kill, but Bush League with the Nautilus is just going to walk in and try to solo kill him anyway. He's not able to find it. And wow, what some great fight. A bunch of great fights. Swordmaster's still alive. Bush League is way too far up trying to take this 1v1 on the Lucian. He could go in and find the CC. Ultimately, Lucian's too far behind, and they actually see the Irelia coming down through the river and decide to just leave it where it is.
Exactly. He spider nuts away to live another day, but they still got the kill onto, I guess it was Droid? They got the Zyra kill happening? Is that what
they
that
did?
was?
Yeah, and that happened off camera while we were watching mid there.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, another explosive game. More than a kill a minute already.
And by the way, like Team Droid, I think they're farther behind than they are. Now, I will say, Sejuani has 4 kills. So a lot of that gold is on that Sejuani, almost 1,000 up on the enemy Hecarim. Meanwhile, mid is losing by over 1,000. You know, top is losing by about 700, and bot is losing. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, a lot of the gold is concentrated onto the Sejuani there, but she's a big boar. You know, you can do a lot with money on Sejuani.
It's true. Sejuani is the boar. Sunny Jedi goes in, and I think he was actually trying to run through and find Droid there. I think she accidentally clicks on Swordmaster, who just doesn't take any damage from that. Luckily, nothing really spent in terms of summoner spells. They're going to be able to go back. They're going to be able to go back and start this, I think. By the way, yeah, Maokai. So Maokai does not complete the back. He just immediately TPs in. I think they were calling him a little early because he could have completed the back and gotten that. Irelia is here coming from the bot side. Oh, and the Lucian's way out of position. The Lucian's not able to do anything. Gradient goes so far in. He goes way too deep. He misses his ult. He misses everything. He does absolutely nothing, but a really, really nice ult here from Sunny Deadeye, who's going to be able to walk in. Also doesn't get... Oh my god, is not able to get Droid, who she's going after. Luckily, they find the return kill on the Lucian. Unfortunately, right now, it looks like Droid's team, unless AI Box is allowed to pull out something serious here. Yeah, nice. Dark DD Link just goes in. They're forcing this way too hard. They had to take those kills, get it up, give up the dragon, and just go back. You can't stay there. I understood what Box is trying to do. The rest of them were like 200 HP. And by the way, you don't have any vision. Look at this. Do you see any red vision here?
Yeah, he was definitely flashing into a dark dragon pit. He was looking for a couple of cheeky kills at the end there, but it ended up resulting in him and Maokai both going down, and now the dragon's secured for blue team.
Dragon is secured. Oh boy. Well, don't worry. At least your Sejuani has 5 kills.
That's right. 5 kills, by the way.
And by the way, I can't give Box too much crap. I'll take mid as a very, very good mid laner. He puts the pressure on heavily, and he definitely came to play today, and he's hitting literally every single skill shot. So, you know, it kind of is what it is. But I'm not gonna say this is Box's first mid lane game in like, I don't know, months. Versus
6 months,
I'll take mid, who's a Diamond 4 mid laner who is just really kind of on practice right now.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. That skill disparity might be.
Oh, Gradient might be a little bit caught out here. Swordmaster goes in, gets the flash out of it, but Box misses the ult!
Yeah, he really needed to see the Sejuani there.
Box misses the ult. They're up here and they're going on Caridian. Caridian has the CC, but actually Box does enough damage to possibly just finish out this kill. Yeah, I don't really know what happened here. I think Caridian should have been able to get out of that. And Sir Stu just says, what are you doing here?
Kind of misread the situation, unfortunately, but we're getting a fight bottom. Wow.
Oh, get the fight, and immediately the Nautilus ult hits.
Yeah, absolutely
Zyra wasn't with him, but yeah, you can't be there. But you know, we are seeing this Team Droid right here is actually taking the opportunity where folks are kind of getting kills across the map and at least going for some objectives. They have no DPS to actually kill it, but I like the idea of what they're doing.
Right, yeah, perhaps a larger minion wave there would have been able to secure that tower for them, kind of convert on that, but instead it looks like they will not get anything for their efforts, and bot lane goes down.
Honestly, a decent vision line. The red team has a pretty significant amount of bot lane vision, which the only problem here is like your next dragon's coming up in 3 minutes, so you probably want to put it up top lane. But they've got a few wards looking kind of into their jungle entrances, into the middle of their jungle, so I think that their sword is going to be able to be safe. I mean, he's a 5-in-1 boar, so you know I don't even know if he needs that much help.
Right.
Oh, so wait, what's the if Sejuani's the boar, what's the woman's name?
Bristle, obviously.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's Bristle, yeah. Okay, so they waited out for this. Caridian goes in, and they totally just bait it by sitting in that vision bush. Yeah, Caridian's just going to die again. Yeah, that's what playing Aurelia feels like against the mad CC.
Yeah, against 5,000 HP and 6 different CC moves. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so the bot lane has gone top. They're around this Herald. I said Baron. Swordmaster is actually in. They're looking for this fight. You know, honestly, it actually is kind of looking like they're able to take it here. No, Sword needs to go. Sword needs to go kill the Bush League. Oh my God, Sword. That was a very, very bad play. That was a very bad play. That's called greed.
That's greed.
Sword
greed is
sees
not
Sir
actually good.
Stew on the Nautilus, thinks he's going to kill him. The Nautilus procs his Aftershock. This doesn't matter because I'll take mid as in. He's going to get this kill on AI box here. Dark TD Link's still alive. Bush still looking like he wants to find a hook, but yeah. Sword went in and he said, "Okay, you got that kill. Fine, I'm going on the other one." He goes on the other one, and then they get neither. Just go for the kill. You're behind. You need the kills.
Exactly. Just secure the kill, take the small win. Maybe Lucian lives and that's, or I'm sorry, maybe Misfortune lives and that's like A-okay actually. But instead, yeah, it looks like they all live with just a sliver of HP, and now they're gonna possibly grab a hero.
Looking like Shelly in the Lion's Den.
Yeah, exactly.
Shelly's child also in the Lion's Den with her. Immediately, just I'll take mid. Just absolutely decimates Shelly's child right in front of her eyes.
Yeah, just slaughtering the scuttle for no good reason.
Does that violate any TCL rules?
I don't think so. I think child abuse is illegal.
Music is caught out again.
Oh.
Alright, so he's gonna get the flash out, but Droid's gonna end up taking the death for this.
Yeah. Droid lands some nice CC, but not enough, and they both end up dying. Bush living to tell the tale yet again.
So
that shield was pretty keen.
I play with Droid a lot. I know how to communicate with him. I know his downfalls. He right there is never going to be the one to tell Music, dude, you need to back up. You can't be there by yourself. Like when you're a support and you are literally just walking around the map, you need to tell people. But we actually got Swordmaster coming in with the Sejuani ult, and they just get the Wombo combo. Caridian immediately dies. Swordmaster might be able to get some CC back onto this. Yeah, he's not going to be able to find it.
Yeah, I like this strategy emerging from Droid's team here. It seems like they've realized their window back into the game is through cyberbullying Caridian. And I think that could potentially work for them. You know, like they're down a lot of gold for sure, but now they have this 5 vs 4 fight here. Yeah, their ults are down, and Misfortune has like 9 kills.
Mid is here on the flank, and even though it's a 4v5, he doesn't care. Oh my God! Look at the damage! That's a QE, and he just absolutely one-shots Droid. Music X is trying to find the follow-up kill, but he can't do anything. Both of them are going to get tied up by that Misfortune ult and just die almost immediately. And before they were even able to do anything, Droid's team is dead.
Yeah, in a perfect world, they maybe could have capitalized on that 5 vs 4, but that is not their world. And Ori just got, or I guess Miss who was it? Lucian just got one shot there. That was pretty disgusting.
Wow.
No, it was Zyra. It was Zyra who died first. I apologize.
It was. I mean, yeah, this bot lane is accounting for 12 of the 23 deaths here.
Yeah.
Mid lane's died a fair bit, but yeah, you know, it's one thing, like if you're roaming and doing wards and stuff as a support, you need to be calling out so your mid lane doesn't die over and over. And I'm not gonna say that's all Droid's fault. It's just something that you have to do. Oh, Music goes up and he finds the return kill on the Nautilus, who's just way too far forward. Gets caught with the Orianna shockwave. He's going and he hits the Bork on the Dark TD Link. He's gonna be able to find the damage. I don't think they're gonna be able to catch him. They just don't have enough speed, and at this point, I'll take mid is too scary to keep dashing into.
Yeah, absolutely. Music was going for it there, and I think he was very responsible to not overchase the Syndra and instead take the easy kill. Unfortunately, they weren't able to finish off any of those other 2 kills, but you know,
walking into a few folks right here. He definitely sees both of them. He does see that Sunny has almost no mana, and so they probably can't go on her. Or go on here. Meanwhile, there was the turret taken mid lane. They just finished it off. It was at low HP. They're actually posturing towards this Baron, and honestly, I think they should be taking it right now. Everyone is back. They can start it up. The jungler is nowhere to be seen. Yeah, jungler was just back all the way.
leaving the base now. Yep. Exactly. That could have been something, but instead they're going to grab this tower. So that's a nice bit of global gold there. Maybe not taking advantage of the situation as much as they could have.
That is a really questionable. It's a questionable Morgana ult. Sword is going to live just absolutely forever. I think Fox wants to try and find the ult onto the Misfortune. Here on the backside, Dark Deity Link is just absolutely one-shot. The Lucian, who's dove in way too far for him. They're going to front to back this. I'll take mid, finds the sun on the Surstu. Greed's they're just going to kill him one by one, front to back. I didn't see what happened with the Lucian, but I know that the Lucian died right here. Those are the Lucian guns, and his team was over here. So I don't know what he did there or what he was trying to go for, but he was in the wrong place.
Yeah, that is not what he wanted to be doing, I'm sure of it.
I don't actually know. Oh my god, they almost execute. Yeah, I was going to say, they actually can't do this. Dark Deity Link is just too low.
That's funny. Yeah, that one little Vamp Scepter, I guess, is not going to be enough for him to heal to full and grab the Baron.
We're seeing the missing pings on Baron, by the way, for blue team right here.
Wow.
I don't know what it was for, but we're definitely seeing him.
That's funny.
Oh my god, I'll take mid on the prowl here.
Yeah, so aggressive. Is he gonna do it? I don't think he wants this. Change my mind.
Music X. Music X and being like half a lane farther up than he should be. Wow. Even more iconic duo.
A more iconic duo, indeed. I'll take mid was out for blood. That was disgusting, dude. Like, if that was anyone except for Sejuani, he was just gonna one-tap him.
Well, and by the way, here's what we're seeing here. Like, the team is set up. Now, Lucian can get up and actually get that wave. The team is set up with the vision to prevent him from getting one shot. He just has a habit of doing that when there's literally no way of him knowing if he's going to get killed by, like, 5 people or not.
Yeah, exactly. I distinctly remember a few times that happened in the previous game.
Bush League takes care of the vision here. Aurelia is way out of position. She does not have TP. They don't know that, of course, because they don't have vision on it, so I don't think they're going to engage.
Huh. Neat.
Lag?
You know, it's about sending a message. 12-2-8 doesn't even need the ult to win this fight in a show.
Lag? Well, Swordmaster's in. He already pops the stone plate. He goes and gets the ult on Dark Deity Link. Literally no one on Team Droid is able to follow up. The Misfortune ult is down, and the Hecarim is kind of out of position. AI Box immediately gets the one-shot onto Caridian. The Hecarim ults in, and the Hecarim's on the flank. Hecarim is on the back line, 1v3ing, but gets immediately obliterated. I'll take mid is just carrying here. Surstu's going to be able to find the kill. We actually have a 2v2 right here. Dark Deity Link flashes in, but this Maokai has enough damage to stay in. He needs to stay in. No. You have to stay in, Maokai. You go kill Dark Deity Link. Your W is coming back up. Yeah, he could have stayed in and definitely killed that. Good team fight right there, ultimately, from Team I'll Take Mid. Mid himself flashed in and was just way too far up. Ended up getting killed. Also, AI Box with that ult at the beginning of the fight just immediately decimated the Aurelia.
Yeah, he killed the Aurelia, but was unfortunately just a tiny bit out of range to hit the other two characters that were right there. So I imagine if that Q, or I think he just queued the ball over, was just like a foot deeper into the river, that would have hit 3 people and been a radically different fight. As it stands, though, you know, a 3 for 5 when you're down like $1 billion gold is like maybe not the end of the world.
Dude, these MF ults.
I hate this. I don't like it.
He's 15 and 2. Yeah, he's 15 and 2, so I have a hard time talking crap. But wow. Wait. He's 15 and 2. He's 15 and 2. He has a first time in Infinity Edge, and he's not even building crit.
I don't know what I'm reading.
I'm gonna say, despite the fact he's 15 and 2, this guy officially has no idea how to build champions in this video game. It's not mattering, but
he's here to press buttons and have fun. By God, he's gonna do it. Let's go Black Cleaver next. Why not?
Let's go. Yeah, let's. What he does is picks the AD where you can do the filter on the shop. He like closes his eyes and he randomly moves his mouse around and picks. And whatever he picks is the next item he's gonna buy.
Right. In general, all of these stats are good, so I'm just gonna grab them.
He has crit. He has the Black Cleaver. Oh, Bushley goes in and he finds Box. Box. I think he thought that he didn't have vision. That might have actually been a blind hook right there. Yeah, that was a blind hook right there. Immediately, Lucian again. too far up. He's 1v3. Droid gets destroyed right here by this Aurelia sword. He tries to help the team, but he's going to get immediately killed. I think that was a blind hook on Box based on where that vision was set there. He finds the blind hook and gets the kill, and Box just no wiser at the time. We actually
we get BFF.
Have the FF for the end of the series.
That'll do it. The Ori was caught out there, and there was absolutely nothing their team could do about it afterwards. So that was a 5-0 fight there, assuming the Maokai was going to go down, and they clean out the series 2-0. So great work, Team Solo Mid.
They do clean out the series. We are here. That is going to be a damage graph. They take the immediate series, and look at this Syndra and MF damage here.
Yeah, there is no one rising up from Droid's team to deal that kind of damage as well, and just a little shaky on a couple of those fights. The Ori pick felt a little unpracticed. I feel like that could have been a lot better. Some of the communication there seemed kind of garbled. So compositionally, I feel like their comp is good. They can definitely work with this, but some other kind of squeaky wheels that they need to.
Listen, I think at the end of the day, like you need to guarantee that two of your lanes have a chance of succeeding. I think that the position swap was absolutely the correct move. I was actually advocating it since like week 1.
Right.
It just makes sense. Droid Droid and Music can sort of find their utility play. Box can go there and find like a scaling late game mage. They can do that, but yeah, they didn't put enough practice on it. I don't think they had time to practice this week very much. And yeah, this is the result. I'll take mid, just playing an incredible game on the Syndra, making a ton of early game plays and putting Box at like 1-4 at the early game. And then Dark Deity Link going 16, 2, and 13. Now, I can't do math, but that's a lot of KDA right there.
That's a big one. Yeah, that's like 29 and 2. I don't know what that is.
But it's some mathematical number, but it's a lot. It's a lot there.
Yeah, exactly. So this role swap is kind of the story of this team here. Dark Deity Link went from being like arguably the lowest performing top laner in the league to 16, 2, and 13, a 2-0 bop on this Misfortune pick. So great work from them. I think they like kind of realized where their strengths and weaknesses were and addressed what needed to be done. This was great. I even liked the Hecarim pick. It popped off. It was sick.
That was really nice from Sunny. Some of those late game team fights where she's like ulting in the back and just sitting there and like 1v3ing the back line. Like that's such a brilliant thing you can do on that type of bruiser because it literally forces that back line to kill you before they do anything else. They cannot do anything else.
Yeah, it's kind of a requirement. Otherwise, the DPS and everything is just going to be so bad. Bush League as well. Look at this like hero support stat line right here. The opposite of greed.
And he
buy the Moby boots.
He picks the Nautilus away from the guy who can only play Nautilus. Just kidding, Droid. I just wanted to throw that in there in case you were watching that. Hope you enjoyed that. Just kidding. He's going to watch 2 games for VOD review. He ain't going to watch me afterwards. He doesn't want to hear this guy anymore. He's heard me in the bot lane for the last 3 years. You don't need to hear me anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess that closes it out. Do we have any final words or thoughts? What do you think?
Yeah, well, just want to thank everyone from chat here. We're having a great time. This is the 4th out of 5 weeks in TCL. Sunday, we have our last game of the week. We have Team Control versus Team Tilted since Season 3. That is both teams that are at 3-0. This is going to be, as far as we know, the biggest game so far in TCL. The 2 undefeated teams going up head-to-head, and we're bringing you that Sunday night while you're sitting down having your after-dinner cocktail. That's what we'll be doing, and you can come and tune in, and we're going to have a great time. So thank everyone in chat so much for showing up. Lots of viewers today, lots of viewers yesterday. We're having so much fun doing this, and hopefully you guys are having fun. As always, give us any feedback you want, and hope you had a great night. See you later.